1, 2. So all the ones are going to go one place, and all the twos are going to stay or go another place. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, I guess this time we'll do the twos can stay here and the ones will go in the two. Quietly, please.
You won't keep your book then?
Ain't nobody taking this. Michaela, come get a ticket. Sitting quietly, ready to go. Serenity, get the book open. Alright, first of all, let's take a look at the story, if you haven't already noticed, is on page 82 to 83. And can we make some, well, first of all, what's the genre? What kind of story is this? Sean?
Expository text.
Expository text. And that means that it's non-fiction. What does that mean when we say non-fiction? Melissa?
It's real.
It's real. So we're getting real facts about something. Based on the title, what do you think we're going to read about? Brianna? Ants. We're probably going to read about ants. You want to take a little picture walk and see what else you might learn about?
Iron on.
We raise our hands, remember to say it.
How do they protect themselves?
Okay, how they protect themselves, how they adapt. Very good. So she was taking a look at the titles. You notice that the book is set up using titles and headings. Those are all ways to help us organize our thoughts and to help us figure out and make predictions. One section might be about different animals adapting. Another section might be about exploding ants. It's a special kind of ant. So if you use the titles, we can make some predictions of that, how they adapt to survive exactly. Sean?
Ants put big hooks in their backbone.
Their abdomens?
Yeah. I just like the book and I found the test.
Yeah, we're going to find out why did their abdomen get so big and what's
It says
inside
too. It says on the
title?
yeah. It explodes.
Yeah. All right, so we made some predictions. Now we're going to find out if those predictions are right. Every once in a while, we're going to stop and talk about what we're listening to. Okay. Look for the vocab words highlighted too as you read and try to figure out if you remember what they mean.
By Joanne Sattel, Ph.D. Amazing facts about how animals adapt. Genre. Expository texts explain what certain things are and how they came to be or behave. As you read, notice how the text's organizational pattern helps explain insect behavior. Question of the week. How do animals adapt to survive? Why animals do gross things. Animals often do things that seem gross to us. They eat foods that people would find nauseating. They make their homes in disgusting places and feed on mucus and blood. They swell or blow up their body parts. But while these behaviors are nasty to us, they are critical to life on Earth. They make it possible for many kinds of living things to find food, shelter, and safety. Different species make use of every possible space and gobble down every nutritious crumb of food in the natural world. If every species of animal ate the same kind of food or lived in the same place, there simply wouldn't be enough to go around. It would become impossible for all of the species to survive. So instead, animals specialize. One predator eats flesh while another feeds on blood. As a result, when it comes to eating, nothing is wasted. Almost every part of every living animal, from skin to dung to mucus, can provide food for some other species. All of these things contain good nutrients. An animal that has the right digestive organs and chemicals can easily break them down. Similarly,
Okay, let's take a moment and talk about, we saw some of our vocab words used, and what was this page about? How do you know? This is a good hinting tool that we just talked about a few minutes ago. Ariana?
It was about how animals do nasty things.
Yeah, exactly. How animals, why they do gross things, and why it's necessary for survival. And the title helped you there, right? Also reading it kind of reiterated that. Now, looking at our first highlighted vocab word, it says critical. But while these behaviors are nasty to us, they are critical to life on Earth. What does that mean? So yeah, they kind of do some gross things, but they're critical to survival for these animals. What does critical mean? Gabriella? It's important, yes. It's necessary. They have to do it to survive. So it's gross, but they must do it. It's necessary. Let's take a look at the next vocab word we see. Specialize. So it says, so instead animals specialize. That's not enough, so I'm going to read some more sentences around it for context clues. If every species of animal ate the same kind of food or lived in the same place, there simply wouldn't be enough to go around. It would be impossible for all of the species to survive. So instead, animals specialize. One predator might eat flesh, while another has to feed on blood. What does specialize mean? Juliet? Good, it's a way of an adaptation. It's how you adapt to the world around you. You call that specializing. If we all ate the same way and defended ourselves the same way and ate the same things, there wouldn't be enough for everybody. So that's why some animals will eat certain things, kind of like the food chain, right? And some animals eat other things, and some animals defend themselves differently so they have a chance to survive. Okay, and the last one is mucus. Almost every part of the living animal, from skin to dung to mucus, can provide food for some other species. Well, first of all, what's dung? Kirsten? The bone. Like poo. Okay. And what is the waste that an animal produces? And what is mucus? Is it gross things? Well, for us, it can come from our nose, but what's the definition that we try to think of when we think of mucus?
When we think of mucus, it's something that can produce in your body when you're
Good. It's a thick, slimy substance that gets produced in a body, either of an insect or an animal. But it's thick and slimy. That's kind of the texture of it. The color might be different, but it's different. Yes?
On an animal, would the mucus be in the nose?
The mucus can be anywhere, and we'll learn more about insects and where their mucus comes out of. For us, we get it in the nose usually and in the throat to try to get rid of a virus if we have it.